When Hurricane Harvey hit a few months ago, many animals were displaced, lost their homes, and even lost their owners. My husband and I were blessed enough to welcome a furry little critter into our home after she lost hers in Hurricane Harvey. We adopted our cat Olive on October 14, 2017 from Austin Pets Alive in Austin, Texas. At that time, she was very scared. She was about 6 months old, skittish, and you can tell she just wanted to be loved. Each year, about 2.7 million cats and dogs are euthanized in the United States alone. That number is outrageous. There are several reasons for this, which I'll explain later. With explaining that, I also want to give a few other reasons why adoption is so important. It is cost effective and it helps your overall health when you adopt a four-legged friend. I know for myself, my life changed the day we adopted Olive. Like I mentioned earlier, there is a ridiculous amount of euthanizations in the U.S. each year, simply due to the overcrowding in shelters. Many dogs and cats come into the shelter when they lost their home, they're not wanted anymore, and there are too few people that want to adopt. So the solution to euthanization would simply be to adopt a pet. Many shelters do spay and neuter, so if cost is an issue to you, just keep that in mind. That is a part of many shelters. And if you do adopt, there is also a cut down on the number of puppies being bred through puppy mills. You may not know it, but according to the Humane Society, many of these pups are at your local pet shop right now, classified ads, or in the newspaper that you read every day. So if we stop supporting those puppy mills, they will no longer be in business. Adopting is also a lot cheaper than buying a pet. On bestfriends.org, it shows that the average cost of a pet is in between $500 to $1,000 or more. For $50 to $200, you can adopt your furry friend. And if you think you can't afford it, several shelters may even do free adoption days, so make sure you do some research. I know before we adopted Olive, we looked around several places, the New Braunfels Humane Society here where I'm from, and we were actually going to go there before we saw Olive. My husband's client, he's a personal trainer, and she was fostering Olive. And she did mention that Olive was free for the month of October. And regardless if she was free or not, we were all for getting her. So just do your research, and I know many shelters do offer free adoption days for both cats and dogs. I know for us, Olive made our home complete. I sometimes struggle with anxiety, and Olive and her warmth have helped. Studies have shown that if you cuddle your dog or cat, the cuddle chemical oxytocin is released in both your human and pet, and that reduces stress, depression, and anxiety, so it's very beneficial for you. It can also decrease your risk of stroke and lower your blood pressure. I want to close my speech by introducing everyone to my lovely feline friend, Olive. We aren't sure what breed she is, although she may have some Maine Coon in her, according to my grandmother. Regardless of her breed, she has made us so happy. She's full of life and spunk, and despite what has gone through in her short life. Now, I'm not saying you won't be happy when you buy your pet, but adoption makes it that much more special, so please adopt and don't shop. Many precious animals can use a forever home for many reasons than the ones I talked about, so go out and adopt. And let me show y'all Olive. Olive. This is Olive, and she's very friendly and loving. So if you ever are thinking about getting a pet, please look into shelters because they have some wonderful guys in there that need to be loved. And like I said, it is so much better to adopt than shop. And I'm not trying to put down any people that have bought their pets because they need love too. Thanks everybody for watching and listening.